All right, so I just saw this. I saw this today. I don't know anything about this, by the way. But we're going to talk about Lance Armstrong. So, yeah, come back from the restroom and get ZZ in chat. We're going to talk about Lance Armstrong. Apparently, Lance Armstrong did a thing, and it was pretty stupid. So let's take a look. We had this tweet. Have we really come to a time and place where spirited debate is not only frowned upon, but feared? Where people's greatest concern is being fired, shamed, or canceled? As someone all too familiar with this phenomenon, bro, you literally don't. I feel I'm uniquely positioned to have. Okay. What conversation? What are we talking about? What conversation are we having? You famously canceled for something so silly. So silly as doping to get ahead. But let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. Let's see what he's got to say. As we all know, yes, Lance Armstrong has famously played fair in sporting events. Let's see what he says. And let's give him a chance.
All right, so here we are on the PCH, headed out to Caitlyn Jenner's house.
Oh no.
To have a conversation in and around trans in sport.
Trans in sport?
You know, with sensitive conversations and topics like this.
I hate this music, by the way.
People tend to either, it really comes down to, they're really afraid to be fired, shamed, or canceled.
Or for what?
Turns out I'm not that afraid of that. I think it's an important conversation, and you know, especially I think if it can be handled in this way. But
in what way?
And I also think the best way to have these conversations and get to a more to get to a smarter conclusion or smarter conversation is just to go in fearless.
Fearless, got it.
And I'm sort of fearless on this one.
Oh my God, that was the most. Okay, so we got Caitlyn Jenner here.
I'll get the good lighting here from.
Okay.
Hey, ready? There we go. Roll it.
Oh, is that it? Okay, so this is a podcast or a YouTube video or something. Okay. It's going as expected. I haven't seen. Okay, yeah. Okay. So that he said his piece. All right. So what we got from this is Lance Armstrong is fearless and doesn't fear being canceled by the woke mob for talking about trans in sport. I love trans in sport. My favorite brand. I really hope, by the way, that somebody actually starts like a brand called Trans in Sport. Just like trans inclusive swimwear. It's called Trans in Sport. That would be very, very funny. Someone get on that. All right, let's keep going. Of all the controversial and polarizing subjects out there today, I'm not sure there is any as heated as the topic of trans athletes in sport. In sport. Singular sport. In one sport. You get one. If you're a trans athlete, one sport. We all have to collectively decide the sport. The whole trans community, which sport do we want to be in? I'm Candy High Tops. Is there not a world in which one can be supportive of the transgender community and curious about the fairness of trans athletes in sport, yet not be labeled a transphobe or a bigot as we ask questions? Is this not the same like language framing that what's her face Anna Kasparian used? Can't we like support the trans community and also not capitulate to the woke agenda? Like, what? Do we yet know the answers? And do we even want to know the answers? I do. Hence these conversations, a special series of The Forward beginning Monday, where I dive into this issue with an open mind in an attempt to learn as much as possible from all sides of the debate. I truly hope you enjoyed this series, and I hope that for those who have been reluctant to have this conversation, this somehow feels safe. Be fearless. Okay, so this is This is great, by the way. I love this. This is literally just the same thing that like that podcast that lady did about J.K. Rowling, the witch trials of J.K. Rowling. That's just this. Yeah, we totally want to have a fair conversations about trans people in sports. That's why I've chosen Caitlyn Jenner specifically. I wonder if they'll talk to Leah Thomas or to any like other trans athletes, or if it's just going to be Caitlyn Jenner. and other like concerned parents of trans athletes, because I bet it's going to be that. This is super dumb, by the way. I'm gonna drop the act a little bit. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, known haver of information on sports. Yeah, this is really, really, really dumb. I mean, yes, Caitlyn has definitely played a sport. She played one sport. We all get one. We all get one sport. But yeah, no, this is just the like, you know, just asking questions thing. That's all this is. Lance Armstrong is doing this to just ask questions, which is a way to hide the true intentions of making an anti-trans documentary podcast thing to just like spread conservative propaganda and misinformation. Or I'm sorry, trans in sport. We gotta be careful with our language, for the woke mob might cancel us. This is super funny. I'm sorry. Like I want to drop it is actually really hilarious in like an ironic way that this is happening, because it's like literally we're going to talk about trans people in sports, and it's going to be centered around trans women, because it always is. You know, they never talk about trans women because that's less convenient. What is an athlete? Oh my God. What is an athlete directed by Lance Armstrong? Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so funny, Sundrop. ASAP assigned sport at birth. Oh God, we've gotten to the silly hour in the stream. All right. But yeah, this is just like the just asking questions thing. It's literally just like conservative propaganda. This is the same thing that they did with the J.K. Rowling thing, where they're going to pretend that they're having like both sides of the debate, when really what they're doing is they're talking to people who have the anti-trans agenda, and they're pushing that rhetoric. It's the same thing that we looked at with the Sabine Hassenfender video. Remember, like, even though I do maintain that she was genuine in her centrism, it's like the same basic thing, right? It's the grift version, where they pretend that they actually are centrists, and then the result is conservative rhetoric. This is bad, and Lance Armstrong should feel bad. And it's like, it's really funny because it's going to be they're probably going to talk almost exclusively about trans women, because they never talk about trans men. And the whole thing is going to be about trans women in sports. And it's really funny coming from the guy that literally was doping testosterone to win in sports. They're going to be like, all of these people taking estrogen must be making them stronger. Holy shit. I can't with this. It's so funny. I have to see. Did he say more? I feel like he had to have said more, right? No, he really didn't. Oh, wait. Holy shit, I didn't see this. I love the reader's added context. Let's see. Lance Armstrong was not canceled. Armstrong was the most dominant and successful professional cyclist in history until 2013, when he was found to have been doping and was stripped of his titles and awards. Armstrong himself later admitted to cheating for over a decade. Holy shit, they always come in clutch. They always come in clutch. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this, but it is really funny that Lance Armstrong, of all people, is going to talk about like trans athletes in sports. It's so good. On the other hand, a current pro cyclist made an ad promoting cycling as a way to run errands. What? That's very funny. Like, the dichotomy here. This guy's literally like taking all of his like platform to just shit on trans people. I love it. I love it. I love it. We live in hell world. I can't do much but laugh at this. It's actually like funny how pretentious he's making it out to be, when it is one of the most humorous things I've actually looked at. To listen to him take this so serious. Holy hell. All right. That's about all I got. We'll see you next time. Hi, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to support the channel further, consider leaving a donation at streamlabs.com/sagealexis/tip, becoming a channel member by clicking the join button, or going to patreon.com/sagealexis and becoming a patron. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.